What's up? I'm back. This segment we'll talk about the Walking Dead finale. Walking Dead finale was pretty good. I have to admit. You know, I'm not gonna change my stance though. The show is definitely losing its magic. I think people would go into the fact that no major characters died, which obviously they didn't. But I do think if you kill off major characters to every season finale, it becomes predictable. What they should have done is kill off some characters. And I know they killed off Tyrese and Beth, but probably kill off characters before the season finale because it gets predictable. I think, you know, like the Rick storyline was really interesting, but I think sometimes the writers took a little cop outs as well. When the husband of the woman that Rick wanted, he turned out to be such a psychopath. He goes and kills, you know, the leader of the groups that they're staying in's husband. So then the leader of the group, Diana, tells Rick, "Kill him, Rick." I mean, it's cool, but it felt a little TV-ish. I like though that they had Michonne and Rick. The dialogue between Michonne and Rick was pretty cool, and you know how Carol was kind of putting little things in Rick's mind about maybe Michonne might betray him, or maybe she might be in the villagers' side. I said in villages, but the people in the compound side. Michonne was like, "Listen, I'm with you." That was cool. Like that dialogue was pretty good. I have to admit. Like that was probably for me. Yes, Morgan coming in, people like that. I think that was cool too. But I like from a writer's aspect, the dialogue was really tight. To be honest, Glenn and Martin, or I don't even know about the guy's name. The guy who tried to kill Glenn, Glenn didn't kill him. That's Glenn's character. Some people say, "How could Glenn not kill him?" That's his character. His character is like, I wouldn't say he's weak, but it definitely wants to see the best in people. To be honest, I don't know how that's gonna play out. I really don't really care. To be honest, just like Father Gabriel and Sasha, that I didn't even care at all. I didn't care so much that I actually had it on DVR and I just fast forwarded it. I watched the episode twice, and both times I fast forwarded that scene. Father Gabriel, I don't really care about, to be honest. Obviously he wants to die. It's obvious. So when he was hating on the group, that's just him projecting his own what he feels about himself. To be honest, like how he said the group didn't deserve it. He feels like he didn't deserve it. He feels like he doesn't deserve to live. Cool. I just don't really like how that character they could have still played it a little bit better. To be honest, I don't really like how they did it. So I don't really have interest in it. I never was really interested in Sasha for the most part. I wasn't a Tyrese fan, but I liked her brother much. But Sasha's character is just, I don't hate it. It just, I don't really have an opinion, to be honest. That's what it really is. I don't really, because this character's like Beth. No, I couldn't stand, to be honest. Like, those characters have to go. Even this whole village, the compound that they're in, it's just boring to me, to be honest. It's boring because I do think, I can't say it's not realistic, but I have a hard time really believing in the way the world is at this point that these people, they still acting like this is still pre-civilization. And you could say the governor's camp was like that, but if you look at the governor's camp, the governor had like 4 or 5 people who going out there and killing people and doing the hard work. No one in this camp can do that, so I don't see how they could be that protected, to be honest. But this type of thing starts to come in, to be honest, as the show goes too long. I can't even say it's really the writer's fault. I like how they brought in Morgan. To be honest, that was pretty cool. Like, that's kind of interesting for next season. I do like, in a sense, like, as much as it may seem like I criticize The Walking Dead, this just comes from writing. In a sense that when you start going 5, 6 seasons, unless you're a miracle worker, you're gonna lose a little swag. You're gonna lose a little steam. Like, it's no question. And I do. And if you ask me, for 5 seasons, does it still have the steam? Like, in terms of when you factor in 5 seasons, how do you like it? If you factor in 5 seasons, it's still an okay show, but it's not gonna have the steam that it once had. And that's why I give Game of Thrones a lot of credit, which I think is coming up in 2 weeks. Game of Thrones now, not only does it not lose steam, it actually picks up steam. That's why, even though Game of Thrones and Walking Dead people compare the two, I don't think you could compare the two shows. I think Game of Thrones is far ahead of the better show, because it's not just maintaining. Like, if you maintain steam, people give you credit. No, it's picking up steam, to be honest. I can't even say, like, I can't front. Like, it's so much so that when you watch Game of Thrones, it's like an event, to be honest. But it's not about Game of Thrones, it's about Walking Dead. Good try. Am I satisfied with the season finale? It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not moving me from my initial stance that the show is losing steam. Till next time, peace.